Good morning. Ah. Is it working? Yeah. It is seen that any comment is a personal mind expressing itself, so it has nothing to do with what made us come to Satsang. It has to do with a person. And what is to do with Satsang is where you are before a thought comes, and after, when the thought disappears, knowing very well that there is no after and no before, but in the experience it looks like that. That's it. I will need a tip. So anything you want to tell? Welcome. When you really see that from yourself, by yourself, then the surge drops, it's just like that. And there is no exception. Whatever appears, it's personal. There is no exceptions. Or tell me, I will see with you then. Thank you. Thank you. I would be happy to hear you. No? What makes one still search? Most probably is because one idea or one experience looks so true that you have to attain it, and unhappily you don't find it's just here. So that makes the search in time. You put yourself in time. Yes, yes, welcome.
Ganga, I got very busy in my mind. It's like really painful. It's so hard, and I have an experience, the total peace. I like when I'm not busy.
Yeah.
So I
understand that.
That's what I like.
That's why there is satsang, no? So don't bring your busy time here.
Yeah.
It's very unlikely that we steal quiet moments from our busy time, from samsara, as we say. So that's why there is some satsang, in case we don't do by ourselves.
I could do it. I could do it wherever I go.
Of course, but
I
it's...
should do it.
Should, but
Yeah,
it's
really.
not done. If you should, it's not done.
Okay.
Still, be still.
Yeah. Yeah, then that's it.
But it's not fixed, huh?
No. I can even paint like that, Ganga.
I'm sure.
I paint in Satsang.
You know better. It has to be seen that the one I think I am, the person, is busy or even quiet. But just see that, and then what? It means this is the play, this of the world of appearances and disappearances. The rest is not in your hand. Any sentence you read or like, you can tell, and then if you want me to be agitated.
I was thinking about a sentence.
You were thinking of?
A sentence, like before when you said if there is a sentence or...
Yeah.
I will speak louder. This, when I hear this cannot be solved by the mind,
This kind of?
this cannot be solved by the mind,
Yeah.
or you cannot fix it in the mind,
Yeah.
or there is something there that I keep it, it's like I know it, but...
Yeah, but you don't want to do it. That's the mind. The mind doesn't want to be defeated.
Yeah.
So there is a kind of fight, even if you know.
Yeah. That's
So let the fight together. You are not concerned, maybe. Don't expect to have a quiet mind. Doesn't matter that if things appear, you know that what appears belongs to someone. It's personal. And surely, I repeat, personally you can never solve what you search regarding who am I in fact. So it can still pop up the mind. Rarely keeps quiet. It's okay. Just know its nature.
You said now it's nature, but why we build it like this?
Why we are busy with that?
Build it like this.
Why what?
Build it like maybe God made us like playing.
You put, wait, there is some echo, I don't like it. A little, but I don't, yeah, try to tell.
Why we are build it like this.
I don't
Build up. Why God made us like this?
I don't.
This game of mind, and
Yeah.
that we have a mind who is busy all the time.
Yeah,
You said it's
why
nature.
is it like this?
Yeah.
Complain to... Not to me, I have no idea, my dear. But I don't care anymore. This is the point. Not that you will solve that question. It's impossible. You can give thousands of the best answer. You will never be satisfied. You will always come back with that question. So know that that question is just an appearance of your mind. It doesn't mean anything because it will not solve anything. It just appears.
My mind is still searching for a sense to live here in this.
Yeah, but that could be. I am searching to solve this problem till you hear there was never a problem. Your mind suggested you that, but just keep quiet. But you may take some time to hear this, to really hear this. That's all. That's a great meaning of life. Why not?
To just listen.
So, did you work hard to hear this today? Before?
Maybe.
Maybe.
No, I was driving here with a thought that maybe you can show me the place where you're talking from.
I cannot show you the place, but if you don't catch a thought, there you are. And that I cannot do for you. This is quite an important question for you, huh? An important answer maybe to solve that question. So don't catch that thought. What happens to you then? It's really invaluable thought.
Fear.
It's also a thought in terms of feelings. It's an appearance, I mean. Why do you follow fear? Let it appear, let it go its way. Go away this way, this way. Whatever appears is personal, and it's not a person will solve this problem of that search of being and whatnot. So, any thought, there is no compromise here. Any thought is an appearance to someone. It will let it pass. Don't grasp it.
Something still searching.
Yeah, sure. Because you are not convinced of what I tell you. Sure. But as I say, it can take years to hear this in an effective way. It can take a split second or so. You are done with you're still searching, okay, we'll see later. Tell me the shape of that search later on. Hey.
That split second, that deep feeling of knowing, that
Yeah.
can it be prior to the mind?
Can it be?
Prior to the mind?
What makes you speak of split second is prior to the mind. But of course the mind transforms it in some story. I've been taken by the split second, for example. Am I clear?
Yes.
Okay. But you see also, it's clear that to speak of prior and all that, it's talk of the mind, isn't it? So I think definitively we know that whatever is expressed is just some indications, it's not what is.
Yes, it's hard to express it with words, but...
No, it's good also to express with words. I'm happy because, it shows also something. So, there is something with a split second.
You're asking me?
Yeah.
Ask again?
Yeah. No, is there something which is not clear about the split second?
No, because it cannot be expressed.
Okay.
It doesn't matter if it's clear or not,
Okay.
actually.
Okay.
It's just that deep feeling. There's that thing about being at the edge of the mind. I cannot express it.
But it's a feeling.
It's a knowing. It's not
Okay, it's a knowing, and it belongs to whom? Okay, good. So even that, you let it appear, let it disappear. It will not depend on that, just to be.
So just to put some agitation. Thank you.
So is it clear for you that absolutely no experience, let it be the one you expressed, means anything? Because in fact, what is pointed is not concerned with time, with the story of someone, of a seeker, of a non-seeker, isn't it?
Yes, it's
Okay.
very clear,
Okay, it's very clear.
but somehow I don't care.
Yeah, okay. If you don't care, then you are... Because the mind can keep quiet, but it can also speak, especially about this subject and about where one is arrived today, if it is fitting what is indicated and all that. It is still, the mind is busy. One cannot avoid it probably, but at some point it's very liberating to hear just talks of the mind. Just talks of the mind. I think the big blow in the beliefs is that the appearance will change. And the blow is that you hear may change, may not change. I mean, it's not a sign of anything. It doesn't depend on anybody about that. So that expectation which is bombed is a big blow. And it's often one doesn't allow it to be blown because it's too much. And yet I have to entertain a paradox, because it's true. I speak of myself now. If the mind is not seen for what it is, not that it goes unchanged, it will change, but as it is, it's a big relief not to search about that. And this is possible when you have seen probably, or I don't know how it happens anyway, but then suddenly you can see that whatever appears is an appearance, not what you searched.
I don't think I followed what you say about...
Well, maybe I was not clear, I have no idea. Okay, you don't follow. From which part? The whole part? The whole thing?
No, you said if you don't see what the mind is, not that it changes, but what it is.
No, if you don't see what the mind is, regardless of the care, it has to be changed, it will change, it will not change. Is it clear now? Not really. We will see. It will come in different ways then.
Can you also speak again about the paradox? Where is the paradox?
The paradox will remain a paradox for the mind. I mean, it's impossible to solve a paradox. But otherwise, why this satsang would be important for a few if it was not to be freed from that impossible search? After all, why? And the impossible search is not solved in the mind. It's solved when one doesn't put himself all the time in the mind, that's all. I mean, it's like... So of course there is a relief in the world of appearance, but not a relief that the life is better and all those things.
Hello, Ganga.
Hi.
So, it's been a while since I've come to Satsang.
Mm-hmm.
It's been a while since
Yeah.
I've managed to come. So, I have like this analogy. I've been on a voyage, you know? And then I come back into this harbour, you know, and it's still.
Mm-hmm.
And I can see. And I can rest. But I know when I go back out into the ocean, then it's wild. You know?
It's wild, yeah.
And
Life is wild.
somehow, I don't seem to be able to get rid of this idea that I should be a better sailor.
A better seeker?
Yeah.
No, you should not. You should not be a seeker at all.
Sailor.
Sailor. You should not be a sailor at all. Seeker, sailor is all the same. It's like...
Somehow, okay, but then the boat, you know, I'm in this...
There is no boat.
I want to try to get that, you know, because somehow...
Why don't you just follow what I say? There is no sailor, there is no boat, there is no ocean. Then?
There's nothing to say. Of course, I cannot say nothing to that. Yeah, but that's not, you know, I mean, okay, beautiful. You know, that's not my experience. You know, I'm out there being battered, you know. So sometimes, you know, but there's somehow this. I mean, of course, you know, when they're seeing, then there's nothing to say, actually. When it's seen, then there's nothing to say, of course. But the point is somehow, well, my point is that somehow...
But it's a seeing too much. You see, you are seeing to be relieved from that. Okay, let's say it's one step. You become a witness then. What about the witness? That is the trouble. The witness is a trouble. To see what? Did you hear from Buddhas they speak of shunyatam, emptiness, emptied from, empty, something. There is, what is to be seen? Nothing. Finally, nothing. And without making it a concept, of course. Because you see, otherwise you are in a path of progressing, getting better, intimate from the source or whatever. It's unavoidable, I agree. We all pass through that generally, more or less. But in fact, all this is part of the imagination. And we live in the imagination, I agree. I mean, yeah. So I suggest just give yourself a moment without being busy to solve that search. It's part of the imagination. Just give yourself a moment of not being busy, and you will see. Just a moment, here and there. If you have any question, I see a few new faces. Please go.
Hello.
Yeah.
I have a question. So, I speak about myself, but I suppose it's for many of us, we spend our lives to seek and to find peace.
Yeah.
But, so, at least for me, like, I spend the days to find that peace to the things we do.
Yeah.
So if we drop that, what shall we do all day?
You can continue, but you know these temporary peaceful moments, maybe it is enough, maybe you still find that it's not enough. Then there, the question has to be seen, okay, but how come it's not enough? Who is feeling that? You know, and that direction then is given to show that the real relief, you can call it peace, love, whatever, joy. The real relief is when nobody is there to be preoccupied for himself. But surely, of course, as a human being, as a being, living being, every living being, even ducks and ants and whatnot, they search for always a bit better, to be a bit better. Sure, that is a natural way to live.
You recommend to follow this nature?
To follow what?
To follow the nature, to be better?
As you like. It's not up to me to decide. If you're happy this way, be happy. I mean, it may also be that after some time or already before, you are not satisfied still. Then here comes, it makes sense in a way, this question, but how come? How is it? Do I know myself after all, not in the psychological way, but in a kind of meta, without being arrogant with words, but physical way? So satsang then makes sense here.
Mm-hmm.
Otherwise it doesn't make sense. Yeah. But there is no obligation of anything. You do whatever feels good for you. There is no obligation. So is there still something on the way in your mind? Well, if so, why don't you express it? Great. Yeah. Take the
I'm not sure if I'm deluding myself or I make a lot of effort to be, I don't know.
Don't make. It's the only, let me think, you cannot lose, so don't make effort. All what you lose is your attainments and so on. Don't be poisoned now by this preoccupation. Of course, if you can't, then ask questions,
Okay.
like you do and
Yeah.
so on. But it will always be to hear again and again, it's mine, it's mine. But still, if there is a belief, that's why you ask a question,
Yeah.
even suddenly you say, I know it's the mind, so I should not ask. Ask,
Okay.
ask.
Okay.
It's paradoxal, maybe, but just ask. Even if you have the knowledge, because knowledge is not enough. The proof, you see.
Yeah.
And it will not be solved, oh, I know it's the mind. It will not be solved that way. So it's time also to express, okay, I feel this, I know this, but still I am troubled. It's all the mind.
Yeah.
But did you hear what I say after all? No. Because you see, before in Satsang, there was, the one who was sitting and you came to hear something is silence, so the teaching was through silence, or the teaching was through answering. And there were thousands of questions. Now, it's no more like this, because the information has been spread. You know, before, in my time, what was difficult is to get an information. Now is to be overloaded by informations, isn't it? But still the problem is the same. Or you lack, or it's too much and you get fed up or whatever. So, because it's still in the mind. It's the mind which is the problem.
It happens to me a lot in Satsang that I have a question, but I just tell myself it's the mind. in today what's coming up that I just want to say so
Yeah.
it can just come out
Sure.
is that sometimes it feels like I'm stuck in the place of witnessing.
Of?
Witnessing.
Yeah, sure.
So I'm just saying it
Yeah.
so it's not here.
Okay, so you have seen that. You have seen. It's just a thought or an experience. Okay, so don't worry anymore, even if it appears again. It's not the mind which will quieten. It is the preoccupation to have a quiet mind which goes. Even though the preferences for someone will remain, oh, I'm happy, I would like to have a quieter mind. But that's another talk. That is in the imagination, in the movie. So, don't be limited by that, that's all.
I feel a bit the same when you say that if it's bringing up things, it's good to express
Yeah,
it, but
if you like to express, it means there is some meaning in what you express for you.
I was just thinking about it or considering that sometimes I feel that to be in satsang it even just provokes that on everything that I hear it brings a comment up in my mind.
Mm-hmm.
Like
Yeah,
everything.
And is it in the mind to be? Is it in the mind? Who cares? Who cares in the fact? Of course somebody will care very much because you want to free yourself as a person of this problem, this preoccupation and all that. But in the end, these are eventually temporary achievements. Oh, just in satsang I'm well, and then after, okay, then I'm well again. But that will continue your search. It is not enough. You have to see that it's not about an experience. Let it be realization of the self or peace or whatever. It's not about an experience because then it's temporary. It's about being freed from the belief you have to attain something. Somebody will always be a failure or be a winner. It's not about that. It's about not being busy a split second with somebody that I think I am. That's all. Here, there, wherever you are. Your problems in the mind will not be solved by satsang. In satsang, it solves the interest. It solves to have no interest anymore about what your mind says regarding the search.
Yeah, I think that's why I don't know if I express it clearly, but because you were saying if things still come to the mind, like it's good to speak it out because to know that you should not hook that anything is not enough. And yet I hear all the time, don't hook, but the satsang is bringing up with everything some kind of...
Yeah, and why do you listen? That's what I say. Whatever. Even if satsang is not a quiet place for you, why do you listen to your mind? Because what is said in satsang, it's not to quieten your mind, it's to be freed from the tyranny of your mind.
Yes, but you just said also that knowing to not hook at it, or that the knowing to not hook at it, if it keeps on coming like this, is not enough. You just said so.
It looks, yeah.
So therefore I thought maybe I should say that it's still like this. Or it is like this still.
Then what can I say here? You are doing too much, you see. It's like, okay, I am searching, and then now I have the knowledge, I should not search, these are only thoughts. But who does this work? Still you. You are still busy with that search. Who told you to be busy with that search? Once for all, don't be busy with that search. It will not be solved in the mind. That's what I speak. So don't be busy with that search. And the knowledge or whatever, don't be busy with that.
Another question is, because you say don't have the expectation that something will change.
Don't be busy with that.
That something will change.
Don't be busy with what your mind says. Let it be about realization of the self. Don't be busy with that. Yeah.
Hi, Ganga.
Hi.
I have, it's like when I'm quiet, there's a balance. I just want to express this. I don't know if it's a question or a point of, but there's a balance of when my mind is quiet, and the awareness is there, and then if I'm too quiet, I fall asleep. So then I'm dreaming. So I'm in another reality. And I think, oh no, I'm dreaming. So then I wake up and I go, oh no, I must be awake. But I must be aware, but not too much in the mind. So it's just this balance. So
it's your funny way to play with the manifestation, my dear.
Good, okay. So it's if I can go through, sometimes I can go through that sense of sleepiness. I wake up.
But who does it? Who? You speak of what? Of whom? You speak of whom?
Me.
And what do you mean by me?
I don't know. There's something here.
Who says me? Who?
Body, mind.
Who says body, mind?
Oh, well.
Who says body, mind?
I don't know.
I don't know.
Okay.
I. Oh, suddenly I. What means I? A thought. I. It's a thought.
So I is a thought.
Of course.
still in that funny balance. I.
Sure. I mean, I is manifested. It has to be lying down or up or diagonal, or it has to have a shape. No? Yeah.
So it's looking deeper. Looking deeper.
Don't look anymore at anything.
Okay. Letting go.
But I mean, it has to be like this, you see. Don't make it a practice and then it becomes an achievement and then you lose it. Just it's like, wake up to that. Just, I am not busy with anyone just now or what, I mean, whatever. There is no formulas. Just allow yourself, give that to yourself. Just and know here. That's what the wise men, imagine the lineage of wise men, try to indicate.
Okay. Thank you.
Just now I saw that I was became busy. And
Yeah.
then
Who are you?
I really don't know.
That's better. You're busy with somebody who is busy. And who are you? I don't know. Keep quiet. You see, you have not to look at me if I keep quiet. To keep quiet is when you you are not busy with the projection, any projection. So don't look at me to keep quiet. It's good for an experience, but it's not good for what you want. No. Good. Yes, please. Last minute. You are the last one. Good. Hi.
Hi. I just what you said about staying with what the wise lineage, wise people know.
No, it was just to impress. Don't stay with any lineage. It was just to impress. Okay.
So I was, yeah, that's the point.
Okay.
Yeah, I was contemplating that before, that what it seemed to me that what the wise, what's being shown is that the only difference is that everything is happening, and the only difference is that I believe that I'm somebody, that there's the I thought, that I believe in it. Otherwise, that's the only difference, is that
I also believe in this reality of this body-mind. Of course, if I didn't believe that you are sitting and I am sitting, of course I believe in that. But I know I am not only that. This is the point. Of course you believe. I mean, but this reality goes on changing, and this and that. Am I really that only? Or am I in fact? That's all, no?
yeah. So there's no all that effort to remove that belief is totally not necessary, because it will be there
Very good.
or it will not be there.
Okay, very good.
Yeah.
Then don't be busy with beliefs and no beliefs. Okay?
Yeah.
Okay. And keep quiet a moment, and then again, of course, everything will go on infinitely anyway. So you are still searching what?
I think for me, it still always comes down to
An expectation.
an experience, or like in the body that there will be a relief of contraction.
Yeah, but if you don't keep that belief,
Yeah.
maybe there will be a relief.
And if there isn't, it doesn't matter.
Hmm?
Yeah, that's too much. Okay.
There must be a moment, you see, where you don't care about your preferences. There must be a moment. They will come back, sure, with full splendors, but at least that moment makes you see, oh, that's the mind. That's what I appear to be, but in fact, who I am, it's not only that. So, if you expect anything, if you prefer anything, if you believe anything, it feeds the personality, the reality of the personality, which blinds which makes you search eventually, but since you are here, which makes you search, but who am I in fact? But that question is not to find something personally, is to make dissolve the belief I am only I, somebody. That's all, but that's all. So have a beautiful day. Okay.